Hello everyone, welcome to Global Online. So I am Rahul sir, your management educator. As you know that we are discussing our unit number 7, marketing management. This is the lecture number 6 on this unit in which we are going to cover the customer based brand equity model. Brand equity model is specifically mentioned in your syllabus and this is very important from your upcoming exam point of view. Okay, so we are going to cover all the brand equity models, which are basically the Acker model, Keller model, then brand asset valuator model and brands model one by one. Okay, so before starting with the brand equity models, there is an important information for you that we have bought the revision crash course for the June 2023 exam, as almost 43 days are left from your exam point of view. So this revision crash course for June 2023 exam is very much helpful, is going to be very much helpful for you. In this course you will get complete video lectures, complete syllabus notes which are in downloadable PDF form. Then you will get mock test which will help you in time management. Then 2000 plus MCQ question bank will be provided, which covers the most expected, most repeated and all the PYQs with detailed explanation. This can be accessed on both laptop and mobile. The major advantage of this course is if you take the paper 2 course, you will get paper 1 totally free. So to join, download the Global Online app. The fees for this course is 10,000, but after 60% discount, it's only 3,999 only. So first to join, first you will have to download the Global Online app. After downloading, you will log in. You will see this home interface. In this home interface, click on the store button. After clicking in the search tab, write UGC Net Management and you will get this course. After just click on it, it will ask for the payment, and after making the payment you can access all the content provided here. Still you face any difficulty, you can contact on the given numbers reflecting on the screen. So let's begin with the our today's brand equity model, that is Keller brand equity model or customer based brand equity model. So before moving ahead, so let's first try to understand what is brand equity. Brand equity basically is the additional value which is generated by recognition of the brand name. Means brand equity represents how the customer is attached to the brand. For example, a brand name, if you want to have an ice cream, so what you will do, let's suppose I take name of Dinchas. So you will think that he is talking about the ice cream or the lassi or the buttermilk, etc. So you will you easily recognize about your needs by after listening the brand name. Okay, if a product is more recognizable, it has a higher brand name value. Means this point is very much important from a statement type question, that the higher the brand value, the brand will be more easier to recognize. Okay, and then there is a potential for the brand name to become synonymous with the products themselves. Okay, means brand name starts representing the products which have a higher value and higher brand equity. Okay, so for example, there are certain brand names that people associate with the standard household. Suppose if you listen anywhere in earlier days, it was used to happen. So ting ting ting. So what is this? This is Airtel sound. So this is what you can easily relate it, such as facial tissues, adhesive bandages, then single use cleaning wipes. Suppose when you are need to use any products especially for small babies, what you will prefer? You will prefer Johnson and Johnson. How this Johnson and Johnson came directly in my mind? This is because of this brand equity. Okay, now brand equity refers to the value of the company gains from its name recognition when compared to the generic equivalent. If two products are there which has a good brand recognition in the market and another is one just generic product, so the brand equity of the product which people know will of that company will have a higher brand equity value, or it will be able to generate generate higher brand value. Then brand equity has three basic components. Remember these three components. It is important from your exam point of view. One is the customer perception. It can be either negative or positive effects, and it will help you, it will result in the value accordingly. Then brand equity has a direct involved on the sales value. A product or a brand which has a good brand equity will have greater sales rather than that type of that product or that brand which have a lower brand equity. Brand equity has a direct relationship with the company's productivities and the sale of that product. Okay, because customers gravitate towards the products and services with great reputations. For example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi are there. These are the cold drinks which generally people used to have in the summer season. So whenever you feel thirsty, you will want to have what you will feel that let's have some Coke, let's have Pepsi, or let's have any sub brands like Thumbs Up, Mountain Dew, etc. Then often companies in the same industry or the same sector compete on the brand name, brand equity. Okay, the brand name competition between the two brands having different name will be based on what will be the brand equity. The higher the brand equity of a product or of a specific brand will generate the higher sales and higher profitability for that company. Okay, brand equity helps in creation of goodwill. For generate, this is an important point from statement point of type question, that brand equity is a creation of goodwill. Means it represents it helps in enhancing the reputation of the company. Then it represents awareness, customer perception and brand loyalty. This, remember this point, that LAP means loyalty, the major components of brand equity are what? The brand loyalty, then awareness about the brand, and the third one is the customer's perception related to the brand. Okay. Now we have the model, that is customer based brand equity model, or this model is also called as the Keller's brand equity model. Okay, this is the Keller's brand equity model. Then it was developed by the Kelvin Lane Keller. So remember this name, that it was developed by the Kelvin Lane Keller. This model is also known as the customer based brand equity model. This is also called as CBE model. Okay, it was published in the 1997 in his textbook Strategic Brand Management. Okay, this the name of this book is very much important from your exam point of view, because this can be asked in the match the column type question. So they will give the Kelvin Keller, and on the another hand they will give you strategic brand management. So you should be able to match this. And the Kelvin Lane Keller has also said that happy customers mere profits, means the customers who are happy from your brand which if you are generating, your brand is generating greater value for the customer, so the company can that brand can earn profits by making more sales. Okay, in short, this model is based on the idea, in order to build the strong brand, a company must shape the way their customers think and feel about it. Means a company should shape the way in which they are providing the products or services, they should work according to the customer, and how the customer feel and related to the customer feelings. Okay, in other words, there is no brand value without customer perceptions. Means unless there will be no customer perception, there will be no brand value generation. Okay, Keller model explains the brand awareness as a pyramid. Keller model has given a pyramid based on the representing his brand equity model, which starts from brand identity. Oh, okay, this model starts from the brand identity, answering the question who are you, and ending with the resonance, the stage where the customer have sufficiently positive brand experience that they are ready to advocate for it. Now according to customer based brand equity model, it takes answers to the 4 basic questions. You should remember that what are the 4 basic questions in the Keller's brand equity model or the customer based equity model. First is what? First is the who are you. Who are you is related to what? It is related to the brand identity. Okay. Then what are you? What are you? It is related to what? It is related to brand meaning. Means what does your brand mean? Then third, what do I feel or think about you? What do I feel or think about you? It is related to brand response. Means how the customer will respond towards the brand after getting aware. Okay, after identifying it and after knowing it. And the fourth one is what type and extent of association I would like to have with you, or this is can be another asked in a way that what about, in simple terms. You should remember both the questions. What about you and me? Okay, what about you and me? This is the another name for this fourth question. Okay, this and this are the part of the fourth question. This is written in the another language. What type of extent of association would like to have with you, and which is related to what? Which is related to the relationship. Okay. And on the another hand, you have what about you and me. Okay. Now see, first one is what? This is the Keller's pyramid shaped brand equity model or the customer based brand equity model. First, we have the brand identity. Brand identity means how the customer will recognize your brand. Means who are you? Means it is related to the who are you. Then you have in the second stage you have the brand meanings. Means what does your brand mean for the customers? So here two things are there. This is the PI. Okay, these are the two things are there. Means brand meaning includes two things. One is the performance and another is the imagery, and this answers the question what are you. Okay, this answers the question what are you. On the third in the third step of this pyramid, this is the brand response. Brand response means how the customer makes judgment about your brand and how does he feels about your brand. So this is what brand response means. The way of responding to the brand is the brand response. Here it answers the question what about you. Okay, it answers the question what about you, and I trust you have the brand resonance which represents which answers the question what about you and me. Okay, what about you and me, or it can also be written in the another type, what type and extent of association I would like to have with you. Okay, so remember, first you need to remember this IMR square. Okay, IMR square means first one is identity, then all the common word will be there in the initial, which is the brand. I is for brand identity, M is for brand meaning, R is for brand response, and last R is for resonance. Okay, now you should know the components which are in the brand meaning and in the brand meaning and in the brand response. In the brand meaning you have what? You have the PI. Okay? In the brand meaning you have what? You have performance and the imagery. Performance and the imagery. Means you can also remember in the brand meaning you should know what is profitability index. I have related it to finance, which will help you to remember. In the second, in the first R, which is the brand response. Brand response is related to what? Brand response is related to FJ. Okay, or you can remember FUJ. FUJ means the judgment, the feelings and the judgments. Okay. Now let's see one by one. First is the word brand identity. Brand identity means it is not only how often and easily the customer can recall or recognize the brand, but also where and when he thinks of the brand. The key to create brand salience, acquiring the correct brand identity means he should be it is not limited to how he recognizes or how he recalls the brand, but it is also limited to what where and when he thinks about the brand. Then For example, when you will feel hungry, what you will think about? You will think about ordering the food from what? From the Zomato. If you want to have pizza, you will think about what? You will think about Domino's. Then second is brand meaning. Brand meaning means, according to Keller, to make the brand meaning, it is an essential to create a brand image. You will have to create a brand image in the customer's mind and the characteristics. Okay, brand meaning arises out of the brand associations, which can be an imagery related to functions related. Whatever the functions of your brand, the image should be related to that. The imagery is related to the association depicts how well the customer meets its social and psychological needs. Means how customers social and psychological needs are met by the brand, and this association represents the brand imagery. Okay, the functions related to the association, such as the product or the service performance, is what the consumer look primarily. For example, you want fast delivery of the food you order, of the pizza you want to have, and you want it fast delivery. Instead of ordering another through another brand, you will order Domino. Why? Because you know that it will deliver in 20 minutes. Okay, then regardless of this type of product or services, developing and delivering the product that completely satisfy the customer needs and demands is the prime objective of making the brand meaning. Okay, a brand with the right identity and meaning creates a sense of relevance in the customer minds. Means he is trying to say that if your brand identity and meaning are interrelated, then the customer will easily be able to relate it with his mind. Then we have third one is brand response. Brand response means what? The company must cater for the consumer's response. The company should work for the response from the customer side. Keller segregate these responses into consumer judgment and consumer feelings. I told you mnemonic, the FUJ means it is related to what? Judgments and the customer feeling. What are the customer judgment? Customer judgment are related to his personal opinions. Okay, his personal opinions regarding the brand and how he put imagery related to the performance related associations. Means somehow it is relating to the above to the step. Somehow the brand response is related to this one, brand meaning. Okay, then the factors which the crucial factors for creating a strong brands are the quality, credibility, then consideration and superiority. These 4 points you should remember. And on the another hand, the customer feelings this is related to the emotional reaction. This is related to the emotional reaction towards the brand from the customer side. This includes the warmth, firm, excitement, security, social approval, and self-respect. Okay. At last we have the brand relationship. Brand relationship answers the question, what about you and me? Okay, it's a level of personal identification the customer has with the brand. Okay, it is related to what? It is related to personal identification. Okay, it's also called the brand resonance. It is also called as brand resonance is also called as what? It is also called as the brand relationship. Then it has a deep psychological bonding. Here what is created? Here bonding is created, and the brand resonance is most difficult and highly desirable level of achievement. Means it's if the Keller, according to Keller, this is the what? This is the highest level of this model, and he has categorized it into 4 parts. 4 parts means behavioral loyalty. Behavioral loyalty means first one is what? The customer will purchase the brand repeatedly, so it represents the brand behavioral loyalty. Then attitudinal attachment means what? The customer may buy the brand because it is their favorite possession or out of some pleasure. Means the brand is giving some pleasure to customer, so is buying again. So they have an attitudinal attachment with it. Then third one is sense of community. Sense of community is related to what? Being identified with the brand community. Brand community develop kingship in the customer's minds. Means somehow the customers think that he will have a good status if he buys that brand. Then last one is active engagement. In active engagement, it means that customer invests time, money and energy or other resources and participate actively in the brand, that rooms, blogs, etc. beyond mere assumptions, beyond mere consumptions. Mean he just not consume the products or services provided by that brand, but he involves himself. He has an active engagement with that brand, okay, which includes his resources like time, money, energy, etc. So this was all about your customer based brand equity model. Here in today's lecture we have discussed the meaning of brand equity model. Then we have the meaning of brand equity, then discuss the 4 questions. At last I told you in a mnemonic, IMR square means identity, meaning, response and relationship or the resonance. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you. If you like the video, just hit the like button. Okay, bye.